Yo, what up, though? This is your boy, Crispy Daniels, and you are now on Show and Talk. So, tonight is a continuation of last Saturday when we were talking about the movie House Party. Tonight, we will be talking about House Party 2, starring Kid and Play once again, and Martin Lawrence. You know what I mean? But I just want to go ahead and jump right into it. So, as the recap, Kid and Play, they basically started off as high schoolers in the original movie. And in this movie, Play is more the, record store employee, and Kid is trying to make his way into college. But there's only one issue. This time, Kid has a check that was donated to him from a church. But Play, once again, pulled some old sucker ass shit, yo. And in this movie, he took Kid's check because I guess he was desperate to, make it into the music industry or whatever. So he took this check and gave it to a record promoter without even telling Kid. Because I guess he found it in the car when he was helping Kid unload. Well, when Kid was unloading his shit to go inside, so he left the check and Play had found it. So he gave it to the record promoters and they promised him, some results and everything like that. But come to find out, it was all bullshit. But you'll find that part out later. But right now, like, Kid is struggling on his end. He's struggling through school, not because, he's not like intelligent. He's not intelligent, but you know what I'm saying? It's really because he just didn't have the money. He made it all the way up to basically the check-in, and he didn't have his check. Come to find out, he left it. So now that he knew that Play had went on ahead and squandered the money, he had to basically sneak his way through school. He was sneaking into class, every day. But you got to give it to him, though. He was dedicated. He was really trying to get that education. And I feel him. So basically, in order to make up for the fact that he didn't have the check, he winds up getting a job in the college cafeteria. And that place plays a major role later on in the film. But for now, Kid was just trying everything he could to make it through that particular semester, you know what I mean? But then you got your boy Bilal, once again played by Martin Lawrence, which honestly, in this movie, I could like tell that he grew a little bit, like matured a little bit from the first film. So, I mean, he was still like, that instigator and everything because he kept instigating shit between Kid and Play all the time. You know what I mean? But, like I say, like really in the middle, he started to mature, especially when he paid Playback for all the records that Play had gave him. I think it was like $50. He basically just said, sometimes you got to pay what you owe. And I kind of like that line. Like when I first saw the movie, that took me for surprise because I didn't see Bilal like that. You know what I mean? But, yeah. So in this movie right here, Kid, his pops is supposedly dead. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Robin Harris, one of the funniest dudes, even though I was about 3 years old when he passed away. Well, 2.5 going on 3 when he passed away. But from what I saw, he was pretty funny. But yeah, so obviously he raised Kid well because Kid came out as a straight edge sword, basically. You know what I mean? But Play, he really was trying to help Kid out as well. And I gotta say, in all 3 movies, somehow Play gets him into shit. Well, with the exception of the first one, really. I can't really see how Play got him into some stuff, but in the second and third one, he got him into some shit, but then he got him right back out of it near the end. So what happens is this time, instead of a house party, they have a pajama party in the school was it the school cafeteria? And once again, another surprising player in this movie, actress, is Tisha Campbell. She once again comes back as Sydney. And then Queen Latifah is in this movie too. And there's a song that she does in the film, like a little performance at the little rally they was holding. And yo, that shit was pretty ill. That's what really got her the attention by the record promoters, the crooked motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Iman was one of them. And for those who don't know, Iman was the chick that was in the Michael Jackson "Remember the Time" video. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a beautiful ass woman. Well, beautiful. You know, she's a beautiful woman. What? But you know, she probably aged now. You know what I'm saying? No offense to her, nothing like that. But sorry y'all, that was my lady in the background. But anyway, yeah. So trying to think. Okay, so there was one scene where kid was like he almost got kicked out of school, but his homeboy Jamal's the white dude with the dreads, y'all. And for those who don't know, he used to be a rapper back in the day too, in the early '90s, I believe. He was a part of some group, but fun fact, him and Martin Lawrence was not getting along in the background, like in the behind the scenes, and I think they even got into a fist fight or whatever. And Martin, he's a boxer, so chances are he might have won that. But I heard this guy had passed away though, so rest in peace to him too. But in my opinion, House Party 2 is probably the most serious, the most dramatic one out of the three. Because in this movie, it has a lot of not racial stuff going on, but you could tell that the characters were socially can't really explain it, but it kind of puts you in the mind. It's like a comedy version. To me, it's like a comedy version of A Higher Learning. You know what I mean? Even though this movie came out 4 years before that one. But yeah, it's a funny movie, but then it's like a lot of the stuff in it is serious, especially on kids' end. So sorry, y'all. Just getting over a cold. But there is one scene in this movie that kind of didn't make sense. So anybody who's seen the first House Party movie where they saw a kid jump over the fence and he saw the guy having sex with his wife or whatever, and he gets up slowly, you know what I mean? He's still like making noises to make them think that he's still, getting it in, but he was really grabbing his gun and he starts shooting the kid in full force. In this movie, there's a scene where it shows like everybody running from everybody through the different rooms and dorms and all that, right? So one of the guys that was running was the big dude. I know it's a comedy slapstick, but that shit just didn't make any sense. How the hell did he end up in there? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anybody has ever really noticed it, but I know I have, even from the first time I seen the movie. So yeah. And I gotta say, House Party 2 is probably the best out of the three. I say it'll go 2, 1, then 3. I haven't seen the fourth one with IMAX. I'm gonna watch it though. But I hope that shit ain't stupid. Cause Kid and Play is not. I think they are in that one. They just make a cameo if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna definitely check it out. It did a new movie in theaters. I gotta check it out too. I heard it was trash, but I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm a man. I'm a man of chances. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about giving things a chance. So I'm not really a follower or really opinionated based on what other people say. I get my own opinion. So, but yeah, anyway, back to this one. So there is a few cameos in this movie though. Like I said, you got Queen Latifah, you got Iman, you got Ralph Tresvant makes a cameo where he's performing at the pajama party. And I'm not gonna say that's a blink and you miss it moment, but just pay attention. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the performers. Now, in this movie, Kid and Play, they also do a performance. They do a song. The song Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody. And I gotta say, honestly, that's on their third album, Face the Nation, that came out that same year, 91. So that was a good ass song. Like, that's probably their biggest it's either Rolling with Kid and Play or Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody. Between those two songs, those are like their two biggest singles. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I think from what I researched about House Party 2, around that time, Kid and Play really wanted to do Class Act. I don't know if y'all seen that. They came out that next year. They really wanted to, because I think they had something to do with the writing of the movie themselves. And they really wanted to do that one instead of another House Party movie. But in order to do that one, they had to do House Party 2. So they wound up doing that one. And then that next year, they released Class Act, which is also another funny movie. And I'll get to that movie soon enough. But I just want to go through all the House Party films because for people who hasn't seen any of them, maybe this will give you an opportunity, a glance in how the movies were. It might inspire you to go watch them. Some of my favorite films. But there's a bunch of shit that goes on in this movie. Like there's one guy that befriends Kid, but he's also kissing the dean's ass at the same time. So it's like when the dean walks away, he starts talking shit about him or whatever. But then when he comes back, you know, he puts on his whitest voice, or not whitest voice, but professional voice. I'm not going to use that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Not all black people speak with broken English, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so we come to find out this dude is not the dude that he appears to be because he tried to get with Sydney. He tried to get her drunk, take her back to their room while Kid was on stage performing with Play. And then next thing you know, it's like all hell breaks loose. That's when that chase happens. Everybody's chasing each other. You got the record promoters being chased by Queen Latifah, Play, and all of them. You got Full Force chasing Kid. You know what I mean? You got Kid chasing the dude who had Sydney. You know what I mean? It was just a big mess. And then Martin, you know what I mean? Like I said, his character in the movie was pretty funny. Like this time, like I said, it looked like he matured a little bit. And this movie came out too, right before he did the show Martin. Martin came out that next year. He also did Boomerang as well. So I assume that's why he didn't appear in House Party 3, because he had a lot going on that year. That movie came out in 94, so you know what I'm saying? That was and that was probably their weakest film according to a lot of people. And I know I keep, getting off subject with House Party 2. But I don't know. It's just so much to talk about when it comes to these individuals. So yeah, like I said, House Party 2 is a good one. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. I think you will enjoy it, and it's better than the first one. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta say as well, mind you, Kid and Play. They were born in 1962 and 64. So by the time they started releasing movies playing high school students, college students, or whatever, damn, they was damn near in their 30s. So I don't know, like they took care of themselves or what? You know what I'm saying? Like they look young. They look like they could pass for high school kids, especially in the first movie. So yeah, but then you got Full Force too. You know what I mean? Like those dudes. And then the crazy part is, like I was saying in my first review, I didn't know that they was even singers. I think I learned that about probably about 14, 15 years ago. So I was doing research on them dudes because when I looked at the credits on the first movie, you had Kid and Play, Martin Lawrence, and said Full Force. So I'm like, why do they call themselves Full Force? Because I thought there was just 3 different individual actors. So I looked it up, and there was singers. I'm like, man, these big niggas are singers? Not that I'm saying big dudes can't sing. Them dudes got chops. They got chops. You know what I'm saying? But I was just surprised because they played a hell of a role. They had a hell of a time playing the bullies, yo. And they did a good-ass job, like a great job. So that's why I was kind of like surprised that them 3 dudes were singers, like. But yeah, that's the last movie that Full Force appears in as well, as far as the House Party movies. Now after that, I'm not sure what they went on to do. I just know about one of their songs. If you go back and watch my first first review, then you know what song I'm talking about. But yeah, so how many of y'all like House Party 3? I mean House Party 2, you know what I'm saying? It's probably, like I said, it's probably the best one out of the three movies, in my opinion. Some people might like the first one the best. Some people might like the third one better. I don't know. But again, House Party 2 is awesome. And again, Play was on some suck ass shit, yo. I can't help it. I gotta keep saying that, man, because kept screwing kid over, but then at the end, he got him out of the situation like usual. So, like I said, if you haven't seen it, check it out. And if I have to grade the movie, I will definitely give it a 8.5 out of 10. Because like I said, it's got its serious moments and it's got its comedy. Unlike the first one where it was just mostly comedy. It was rare that it was, serious. I say probably the most serious thing in the first one was when kid was having that 101 with his pops after that school incident when he got the letter in the mail. I say that's probably like one of the most serious moments in that film. But yeah, like I said, yo, give it a watch and I think you'll like it. You know what I'm saying? So I thank y'all for listening. I really, really, really appreciate you guys for giving me a chance to come on here and do what I do. You know what I mean? I'm still kind of new at this whole YouTube thing, and I'm still trying to get, everything down. I'm over here stumbling over words and all that because I'm trying to, record all of this in one take. I don't like for this video right here, I didn't take any notes. I just went straight through. So everything that you hearing is me coming off the top of the dome. I find it kind of impressive though. But for the most part, a lot of the other reviews I did, I actually took notes for those. So it's kind of hard though, because it's like, especially if you ain't got nobody to bounce off either. And it's like, I can do a video probably for about 30 to 40 minutes by myself. Because as I said, I'm still new at this whole thing. Half the videos that I have are not even uploaded to YouTube yet. Most of them are on Facebook. So if you want to see what I have, check me out at Chris B. Daniels and check out the group. Let's talk about it. I guarantee you'll be entertained by some of the stuff in there. I have pretty, a pretty good sized group now. You know what I'm saying? We got like 179 members and they all are, for the most part, a lot of them like expressing themselves and sharing things, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pleased to have the crowd that I have. They're great people. But yeah, I'm supposed to be doing another video soon with the brother Cameron Best. Y'all seen him before. In that video, we're going to be talking about miserable bitches. And I don't mean like females, just females, because dudes can be bitches too. So we're just going to be talking about miserable people in general. Sorry, y'all, that's my keys, but we're going to be talking about miserable people in general. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm going to have a lot to say about that because I've been around my share of miserable motherfuckers, man. But again, I really, 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 really appreciate you guys for taking the time out and listening to me. You could be doing anything right now, but you're giving me a chance. And I can't thank you enough because the one thing that I can say is that I'm actually, getting better at this. I've been doing it now for about, like I said, I'm still new, but I've been doing this now for almost a year. Yeah, almost a year. You know what I'm saying? So, again, you guys are great. You give me your opinions, especially my YouTube people, not YouTube, but Facebook people. Y'all give me opinions on what you want me to talk about and everything. Shout outs to Saute J, you know what I'm saying, for being, for getting me started back into my movie collection. Cause if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing none of this. You know what I'm saying? He actually kind of put me on. So I got to give him a shout out each and every time. You know what I mean? Not each and every time, but, you know, every once in a while. But again, I'm about to jump off of here, y'all. I've been talking too long. I know y'all sick of hearing my fucking voice right now. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go to bed or do what you do. And I will see y'all next week. All right? Peace.
I'm cold, Grandma.
Thank you for calling Heroes Heating and Cooling. How can I save your day?
We are HVAC Heroes, known for our responsive, knowledgeable, trustworthy technicians. We provide top quality work. Our technical skills are always up to date. We promote a culture of teamwork, proficiency, and service. We have great reviews on Google and Facebook.
You're my hero.
Just doing my job.
Now then, how can we save your day?